John Price here from Revival Fitness Coach, and I've created a really nice session plan specifically designed for the over 60s. This is a great session which we're going to look at warm-up, mobility, we're going to look at strength and core control as well. So I'm really keen to get resistance through you within safe parameters, but to get you through a nice session block which is going to elevate the heart, get the body moving, get resistance through you, and then at the end you're going to feel great for it as well. So do join me. It's not a particularly big chunk of time, it's just nice and steady, so follow me and we're going to work our way through all of those exercises. Okay. So make sure you've got some water, make sure a chair is going to be of use. We're going to be working on body weight, but if you want to add extra weights in then you can do so, but a chair is what we're going to be basing ourselves on today. So yeah, like I say, grab your water, pop music up, so you've got something to listen to, and we're going to get started. So first of all, we're just going to start off with getting you nice and warm, and we're just going to go for a step back. Well, first we'll step back and then just add those arms in. So there's a fair amount of control there, and what we're going to do is, just as you feel comfortable, you're just going to increase that range of movement, and whilst we're doing this I want you to focus on that core. Okay, we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. You're now going to take that back step into a side step, and you're now going to open through, so we're going to add with that upper body as well. Again, I want you to feel the tummy stabilizing the core. 5, 4, 3, 2 and there's 1. Back to that first one, so back step with that press. So you're going to feel that midsection have to stabilize. You extend both the legs and the arms. 5, 4, 3, breathing through, 2 and 1, and again side, side, 5, 4, 3, 2 and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Next movement, you're going to rotate through and open tall. I really want to focus on those hips. Those hips should be following that shoulder line, and again increase that range of movement as you feel comfortable. Just that rotation through is fine, but if you can load down into the legs and the glutes, then do so. One more on that side. Okay, swapping sides, so again nice and shallow and open to allow for that stretch in the chest. So now again we're just going to increase that depth through. It's good, and there's 5, get that depth through. 4, so just working in a range that's comfortable for you. There's 2, I missed one, and there's 1. Okay, into that knee drive, so nice and tall. Again, just start off small and increase that range. You don't have to keep up with my speed, you might go a little bit slower, that's fine, but we're just going to work through. Full use of those arms, knees as high as you can. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2 and there's 1. Okay, back to that previous one. So again, rotation and open tall. You may want to allow that momentum just to increase the stretch through that chest. Again, focus on that core to stabilize, and my hip is following that shoulder line. A bit more depth if you can. Open through, there's 2 and there's 1. Nice one. Swapping sides. So again, just open through, get that stretch in the chest. Again, midsection nice and strong. So as if stopping yourself from going to the toilet, holding that pelvic floor and that transversus, and you're going to breathe out as you extend through. A little bit deeper if you can. We're going to go for 3. Feel the weight going down into that glute. There's 2, nice and upright in my posture, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. And then back into that previous one. So stepping through, you're going to feel that heart rate is elevating, just getting that blood flow, just pumping that oxygenated blood around the body. We've got 5, big stretch, 4, 3, 2 and there's 1. Okay, onto a wall for me, or you might want to hold onto the chair. So a comfortable stance apart, and you're just going to take it nice and steady, swinging across the body, just allow for that hip to open. Just trying to increase that range of movement as you go for 5, 4, 3, 2 and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Swapping sides. So just take that nice and steady. Start off small. When you feel comfortable, just increase that range of movement. 5, 4, 3, 2 and there's 1. Well done. Okay, and forwards and backwards. So back to the opposite side, you're going to just track forwards and back. It's good, nice and strong that midsection. As you bring that leg back, try not hyperextend, so try not lean back through, so keep it nice and strong in that core, and you're lifting up from the glutes. So you've got 5, feel the glute flex, 4, 3, engage that core, there's 2, and there's 1, nice one. Okay, swapping sides, so spin around or just keep that facing the same way, as high as you can, big stretch in the hamstring, and then squeeze that glute for 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, and then last one, just into your hip mobility, balance yourself if you need to. You're going to just drive that knee up, open through and down, and again nice and high and over. You might get a few clicks and clunks in that hip, so just work within the range that's comfortable for you. Think about stability from this glute, driving from this hip flexor as you lift up nice and high, and again engaging that core for 3. You can feel this glute working. There's 2, and again that core, and there's 1. Okay, well done. All right, swapping sides. So again, it's nice and strong in the core. Open through, nice and high. It's good. Big movement. There's 3. Try and get that foot over that knee line. There's 2, and there's 1. Okay, well done, shake that off. Lovely. Okay, so you should be relatively warm and mobile. So we're going to take it into our exercises now. Like I say, there's 3 blocks of 3 movements. We're going to work through those. So your first movement, we're going to be looking at your lunging work. So you decide what level you need to work to. So your first exercise, you're going to step up and down, focus on that core nice and strong. If you can, then we're just going to load back into a reverse lunge movement. But I just want you to work within the range that's comfortable for you. We're going to go left and right, and then we're going to take a seat onto the on that chair. All right, so into those lunges, we're going to work 10 on one side, then 10 on the other. So nice and strong in that core, and again into that toe tap. There's 1, 2. Like I say, if you can reverse lunge, then do so, just adding a little bit more as you drive through. Again, nice and strong in that midsection to stabilize that movement. Let's go for 4. That's good. 3. Real intentional drive through. There's 2. Just down to depth that you can control. There's 1. Nice one. Swapping sides. So again, I'm going to go straight to that full range, but just keep it shallow if you need to. So don't aggravate that knee if it doesn't allow you to bend. Focus on that tummy nice and strong. We're going to go for 4 more. So deep, if you can. 4, 3. Really squeeze the glute as you drive the tool. There's 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Onto your triceps. So taking a seat for me now onto the upper body, working the backs of the arms, hands by your sides, fingers pointing towards you. The closer my legs are, the easier. The further away, the harder. Okay, so you find your level, and I just want to dip down to the depth that you feel comfortable. Just working off the back of those arms, keeping yourself nice and upright. It's good. Let's go for 8 more. So there's 8. Really feel the triceps flex as you push through. 7, 6. Breathing out when it's hard. 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Having a breather, so we're going to go onto your core. We're going to take onto that transversus, that midsection. So again, perched on the edge, a nice even spread between your feet and those glutes. Engage that midsection, and I want to lift and lift. We're asking the hip flexors to work as we lift through, but I'm asking my tummy to brace the exercise. So feel that tummy and that little hold at the top. So working off that midsection. If you want to add a bit more, then certainly into a press. Get that full body movement. Great stuff. We're going to go for 6. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay, and relax. Lovely. 1 round down, guys. Grab a quick drink. We're going to have a 30-second recovery, and we're going to repeat those movements 1 more time. I'm getting hot, so it's definitely time to take a layer off. So yeah, short breather. So again, it's lunges for the legs. It's tricep dips for the upper body, and then we're working on that transversus engaged with those knee raises. Okay, here we go then, guys. So round number 2, nice and strong. Again, you decide the level that's appropriate, a knee raise or your deeper lunge. So here we go, we're going to drive high and into that reverse lunge. Really feel that quad work and then squeeze that glute as you drive high. Let's go for 6. Down to the depth that's appropriate, 5, so it might just be a little bit of a back step, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Great stuff. Swapping sides. So again, load down into that heel on the front foot. I'm loading down vertically into my glute, engaging that core to stabilize the movement. Nice and upright in my posture, and again, it might just be a shallow step through, or it might be a slightly deeper drop. Let's go for 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. All right, so my upper body's had a breather whilst I've been working my legs, so I'm going to get straight into the upper body, perched on the edge. Find the position that you want your feet in, and off we go. So driving through. Again, the deeper, the bigger the range of movement, the more effective. The further those feet are away, the more intense it's going to get onto those arms. So you find the level that's appropriate. It's good. Really feel the triceps contract as you push to the top. Doing well, guys. Let's get 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Taking a perch on the edge of your seat. Engage your transversus, so pull the belly button in. Pelvic floor as if engaging yourself from going to the toilet. Hold that midsection nice and strong. And off we go, just a nice steady lift through. Now you can just go through the motions on this one. We could just lift, but I want to engage that midsection. So maintaining an upright posture, chin in line, and I'm bracing just to stabilize that knee drive through. It's an easy exercise, we're just going to keep working through, but focusing on that core contraction. Feel that midsection brace as we push through. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Great stuff. Again, grab some water for me. There's your first round down. We're going to move into that second round. Again, legs, upper body, and then core. So quick breather, grab some water, and we're going to get into that next block. So whilst you're resting, I'm just going to show you this first exercise. Now I'd like to first of all work on perched on the edge, and we're going to go into a straight leg extension, really working off that quad. Now if you're able to go into a squat movement, then I want you to go from this movement, comfortable stance, and into a squat and drop through. So you decide what's appropriate. Now you may find that you've actually got a slightly bigger range of movement, so you might want to come away from that chair. All right, so there's our first exercise. So you determine what level you're going to start at. All right, here we go then. So back onto the legs, leg extension, and either squat or into your straight leg raise. So off we go. So pulling through, really feel that quad contract as you straighten that leg. Pull the toes towards you, get the flexion of that quad which stabilizes the knee. Good, really work through. Again, I'm asking my core to stabilize the exercise as I extend through. We're going to go for 5. If you can squat at this point. 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, nice one. Swapping sides, so straight onto the other leg. You may find that one side is a bit stronger than the other. It's good to identify, so as you're aware of that when you walk up and down stairs, to try and get that weaker leg working first. So extend through, pull the toe, really feel that quad contract. good, you're doing well. Do brace yourself in if you need to, but strong in that core. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, there's 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Staying as you are into the upper body, we're going to look at your scapula, so your shoulder control. Okay, so the back of those shoulders. You're going to bring the shoulders back and down, tuck that chin in line so your ears are in line with your shoulders, hands at 90, and you're going to lift and then draw back and down, leading with the elbows. As you pull through, I want you to feel your shoulder blades drawing back and down and working on flexing up the lower lats. So feel that back contracting. This is great for your extender muscle groups, really opening yourself out. If you can, go for a full straight range and then draw back and down, then do so. So it's just a slightly bigger range of movement, but I really want to focus on that posture, focus on that core, and then draw through. Those elbows very much lead the way, so back and down. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, it's good, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Onto your feet, into that core. So we're just going to work the back of the off the back of the chair. I'm going to present myself to the chair, and I'm going to stay nice and tall. The closer I am, the easier. The further I am, the harder. You could even go on to the next level down if you want to make it a bit tougher. So from here, wide stance. I've checked my posture. I'm in alignment. I'm nice and straight, looking forwards. Engage that midsection. And I'm just going to go into a controlled shoulder touch. As I touch, my body wants to rotate, but I'm engaging that core just to stabilize that movement. So feel that midsection brace. It's all about this core, so keep going for me. If you're finding this easy, then I want to just take it to the next level, working through. And if you're finding this easy, then take it down onto the floor, into that press up position. Let's get 6 more in. 5, 4, brace that midsection. 3, squeezing the glutes. 2, and 1. Well done, and relax. Great stuff. Another round down, so do grab some water, 30-second break. So again, when you're ready, we're going to go into your legs again. So we've got legs, upper body, and then core for your second round, round number 2. Okay, so just keep walking around. You may even find this is a good time to actually go into a stretch. So you might want to stretch your calf or your Achilles, just allowing that area to lengthen out whilst you're having a slight breather. Okay, here we go then guys. So round number 2, we've had our break. So again, legs, upper body and core. So I'm now going to go into my squats this time as opposed to my straight leg extension. So here we go. Perched on the edge. So like I say, you can go for your extension, but I'm going to go to the squats this time. So nice and strong and then pushing through. So control yourself down and drive. Now you may find this is quite a deep movement for you, so you may want to put a few cushions on there so you're just not tracking down as deep. But if you can get the full range, then that's great. My weight should be dropping back into my heels, squeezing the glutes as I stand nice and tall, and I'm staying nice and upright. This is a fantastic exercise for you guys to be strong at. It's a very, very useful movement, and I'm using my hands as counterbalance so as I can stay nice and upright as I load through, working those quads, working those glutes, and engaging that midsection. I'm starting to feel that lactic build up in my thighs now. I know that I'm alive. I know that my muscle groups are working. Let's get 5 more in there. So we've got 5, 4, squeeze the glutes, 3, 2, and there's 1. Nice one, and rest. Whew. Okay, right then, interlace the scapula. So again, engage your shoulders, neck in line, and then draw through. Elbows back and down. Feel that scapula engage. If you can, then just increase that range of movement. Stretch through those lats. Draw those shoulders back and down. It's good. Really finishing off nice and tall. Just really be aware of that contraction of the scapula, of those lats, as you hold that posture nice and tall. Let's get 5 more in there. And there's 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Into the core. So again, I'm going to go to the slightly higher level. So, harder level. Go for the back of the chair if needed. Otherwise, onto the lower section. So my body weight is directly over my wrists, engaging my core nice and strong. I've gone wide in the legs. It makes it a bit easier. Okay, and here we go into that shoulder touch. And I very much want you to be aware of your hips. They shouldn't be rocking around. You should be able to stabilize that position. If you can't stabilize it, then just make it easier. So go to the higher level, or maybe even against the wall. So draw that midsection in. Don't allow your back to hyperextend. Keep yourself nice and strong. We're going to go for 6. Again, you work at your own pace. 5. You might be going faster. 4. 3. Breathe out when it's tough. 2. And there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Well done, and relax. All right, lovely. Second round down. Okay, grab some water. We've done 2 blocks. We've got 1 more block to go. Again, legs and into the upper body. Let's just have a drink. Let yourself recover. Like I say, do go into that calf stretch if you need to, or if you choose to. Just lengthening out the Achilles and the back of the leg whilst we're having a rest. All right, nearly there. So we're going to go into your last block. We're now going to work off the hamstring. Okay, so just working that back leg and that posture. Yeah, that's it. And we're going to go into that back and then into a glute stability. So again, glutes are quite key on that core as well. So your first exercise is going to be nice and tall. You're going to go into that straight pull through. Okay, so I'd really want to focus on keeping your knees in line. Now this can be relatively easy and you can just go for the motions, but I want to focus on drawing through. When you get to that point, it's that extra little squeeze. You can really feel the hamstrings flex up and then relax that down. To scrape it on the floor is just going to add a bit more resistance as well. I will show you a harder exercise on that second round, but as long as those knees are pointing down and you're getting that strong contraction at the top, then it's a great exercise for that hamstring muscle group. We'll get 5 more in there. So there's 5, 4, try and stand on your glute and not your hip. 3, 2, and scooping through, there's 1. Okay, straight onto the other side for me. So looking for that flexion at the top, trying to make sure my knees don't track forwards. I miss the essence of the exercise if that knee goes through. So knee pointing directly down and that squeeze, really focus on flexing that hamstring muscle group as you get that ankle as high as you can. Here we go then. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Onto your back now, so the upper body. Strong in the stance, engage that core, hinge from the hips, and just rest one hand on the chair. My back should be in alignment. Don't allow your lumbar spine to arch. I want to keep that spine in neutral as you engage that core. My chest is parallel to the floor. Got nice even spread between my hands and my knees. And I want to go into that single arm row. Now at this point, guys, if you've got a little bit of weight, then it's great to hold on to something. It could be a milk bottle, it could be a dumbbell, a kettlebell, and a band. If you have any of those, that's great. This exercise is fine without a weight. We're just working on that range of movement and we're working on that core stability. Okay, I'm going to add a bit to it next time, just to add a bit more resistance to the movement. But engage that core, leading with the elbow for 3, 2, and there's 1. Lovely. Swapping sides. So again, just spread yourself so it's nice and balanced, and off we go, opposite side. Whilst if you have no weight, then a little bit of thoracic rotation, so that upper spine rotating through would be nice just to mobilize that area. If you've got weight, then just keep yourself as fixed as you can. And again, just really stretch out and draw through. It's a great extended muscle group exercise, really working that back, improving that posture. Okay, we've got 5, strong in the core, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, well done. You should have felt that in the midsection as well. Okay, one more, into your glutes. Balance yourself if you need to. Standing on one leg and knee nice and high. Ideally, you could rest the glass on there and it would stay there without spilling off. So from there, I want you to focus on making sure this glute is engaged. At the moment, I'm resting on my hip and now that glute's engaged. And I'm just going to work through, ideally balancing. You're just going to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Just keep working through that movement. As you lift that knee high, this glute should be flexing up to stabilize that movement. So pelvic floor strong, transverse is strong. Feel that glute flexing up on the exercise. Try and keep it there for me. You got 5, 4, 3, squeeze 2, and there's 1. And relax that off. And as you relax, you should feel, oh yeah, that glute was working. Okay, next one, next side. So again, 90 degrees, do your checks. Engage that core, balance yourself if you need to, and here we go. So squeeze. As you squeeze, this glute flexes up, so squeeze nice and high, strong in that midsection. If you're struggling to get it high, then do balance yourself. That's just going to enable you to get that little bit higher. That's what I'm looking for, that squeeze at the top. Force this hip and this glute to flex up to lift that knee even higher. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, well done. Relax that off for me. Well done, guys. Here we go. 1 round down. We've got 1 more to go, and then we're stretching out. Done really well. We're going to go into those hamstrings again. So like I say, we went for the easier version. Stick with that if you need to. Or otherwise, we're going to go a little bit heavier. I'm going to go for a straight leg deadlift. Okay, so from here, strong in the core, and I'm going to hinge through, feel my hamstrings grab, and then draw from. Just keep my arms as close as I can. And if you feel that you can, hold on to a weight, then do so. Otherwise, just keep working through. I want to feel those hamstrings engaged. The further my arms go away, then the more my hamstrings are going to have to work. But the main point here is that lumbar spine needs to stay neutral as I open through. Okay, if you're on your single leg work, now's a good time to change legs. We're halfway through, feel that stretch, squeeze the glutes. If this is catching your lower back, then just go to the original exercise, staying nice and upright and going to that hamstring curl. We've got 5 more, guys, so opening through, squeeze, there's 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Onto your back, your single row. I'm going to add a bit of weight on this one. So either add the weight or just stay as you are with your free body weight. So again, neutral position, engage that core. Okay, and then here we go into that single arm row. So now I've got a bit more weight. I'm going to concentrate more on stabilizing that exercise, holding that core nice and strong. Do get a full range in that arm though. Allow your shoulders to flex out and then draw. Keeping that weight nice and close. Keep it consistent like a machine, driving through, stretch and drive and stretch. You've got 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, well done, swapping sides. Here we go, 2, and yep. So really brace from that midsection. Breathe out when it's hard. Breathe in when it's easy. Brace in that midsection. Doing well, so you're really feeling the forearm, the biceps working, the shoulders and those lats are working, and that midsection is bracing the exercise. Let's get 5 more in there. 4, 3, there's 2, and there's 1. Okay, Great stuff. All right, here we go. Last one, glutes. Let's really get those glutes working. So again, standing on that one side, stabilize, engage that core, and off we go. So lift through. Feel this glute flex up as I lift that knee high. So balancing is quite helpful as well. Just force you to really focus on that core stability. It's good. Doing well. And there's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and okay. Well done. Swapping sides, so neutral, do your checks, engage that core, okay, and off we go. This is it, guys, last exercise, and then we can stretch ourselves out. Engage that midsection, doing well. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, go on as high as you can. There's 2 and 1. Okay, well done. And relax. Lovely, great stuff. If you grab some water, have a breather. We're going to stretch on the chair today. So when you're ready, once you've had your break, then we're into that stretch. And we're going to first of all go into that hamstring stretch. So just perched on the edge of your seat, I want you to extend one leg through, and I'm going to go for opposite arm to opposite leg, and I'm just going to track down to my knee. If I can go further, and I'm just going to reach a little bit further down, or even to my toe, just feeling a lengthening of my hamstring. But then also this whole muscle chain, this whole muscle sling is working. So I'm going to go from my arm, shoulder, lower back into my hamstring. That's why we're working on opposites. Breathing out just to try and apply a bit more of a stretch. This should be a mild discomfort. You don't have to make it extremely painful. Just a little hold for me for 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay. Opposite muscle group, I'm going to go into my quad. So just pivot on the chair slightly, drop that thigh down, and then just lean away from that quad, pushing the hip forwards. I'm lengthening out that thigh muscle, so the opposite to my hamstring. So you just allow that breathing just to come back down to natural, to normal. 5, 2, and there's 1. Well done. Okay, swapping sides. So again, hamstring stretch on the other leg, hinging forwards, opposite hand to opposite leg, and again just track yourself down as far as you feel comfortable, and then as you breathe out, just applying a bit more pressure into that movement. So mild discomfort, lengthening out the back of that leg. Bring yourself back down to neutral, to normal. Okay, well done. And relax. Okay, opposite muscle group, so just drop that knee down to the side, in front, and then leaning away, stretching out the thigh. Try and get comfortable. So feel that stretch in that quad. So the more I can track that knee down and in, the more I'm going to stretch out that thigh. Okay, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, well done. Into your chest, really important one, just to really open up that posture. Hold onto the chair wherever you can, wherever it's comfortable. Again, you're going to perch onto the edge, and you're just going to lean away into that chest and hold it further back. So just allow that body weight to drop in, just opening out that chest. 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, and then one more for me. Just going to lengthen out the back. I'd like you to bring those arms in front and roll the arms away. This is quite a nice one. I'm now going to bring my chin down to the chest. So I'm going to push my arms away, bring the chin down to the chest, and just really roll out the back. Feel the lengthening of the shoulders. It's a nice one. There's 3, 2, and there's 1. Great. Well done, guys. You should feel good for that. It's a great session. You might want to repeat it again, but maybe even go for 3 rounds as opposed to the 2. And you also may want to introduce some resistance in there as well. So a great all body round exercise, getting resistance through you, working on your heart rate, working on your mobility, and also working on your core. So do it again, add a bit more to it. If you want more videos, check out my YouTube channel. There's plenty more to go, or even give me a shout and ask me any questions, and I can help out as much as I can. All right, well done.